Listen. I don't know why I'm trying to do this video now when I know there's people supposed to be calling me soon because they need help with something. That's just kind of really annoying for me right now because I was chilling. But listen. I'm asking this question, but in a way I already know this answer. It's kind of like Trump supporters. You ever, they get asked questions. You realize they get all their information from hate channels in the internet or Fox News. But when they get asked certain things about Trump, they're like, oh, I didn't know he said that, or I didn't know he did that, because they're only staying in biased channels. So they're only knowing a small portion of the world that's going on. That is more of whining and, conspiracies, but nothing else. But they don't know of like they said, Aquaman 2, your prejudice stop you from enjoying half the world. That kind of thing, but this is the thing, man. I'm going to ask this question. Now what I've seen on YouTube, and I didn't want to title this "Why Germans Are Losers," but I said let me get off Germany's back for a little bit. Let me just put someone else. So I'm gonna put the Chris guy instead. Because it's the same. They're all the same. You'll get in a second. I know what I've seen on YouTube. Majority of the people on YouTube, what I have seen, is single dudes. They're out of shape. They're not really there. As in, you can tell that they're single. They have the Walmart lamp. I'm not trying to mock anyone for not having any money, but you can tell it's more than not having money. They are not there. It's more and they're not trying to fix themselves at all. So they don't really have the luxury, I'm saying it right, luxury of this, where I'm able to associate with married people, lawyers, engineers, doctors, upper class, because I am upper class. But that's not the point I'm trying to say is, so my mind is people who actually have, college degree jobs. And just because you have a college degree job doesn't mean it's a real job. I'm just trying to give you understanding is something that you have to have some education to, do. And there's certain things like strippers. You don't really need education to be a stripper, really. There's certain things like that. And there's certain things like doing movie reviews. You just swatch something and you discuss what you saw and what you felt about it. It's not a real job. Doesn't make it, and so that's all I'm just trying to get to the point of. So what is more violent point for you to listen to is someone that let's say they're a doctor or something and they want to talk about a movie. Are they less violent? I'm going to say word right now, viable to listen to over someone that just gets on YouTube that does movie reviews? Who are you want to trust more? Do you feel like one of them is more trustworthy to listen to because you're oh, you're a doctor. I mean, so much how you know. It's kind of I don't want to get into she didn't talk about what she didn't talk about has that in mind. It says, oh, you dribble a ball so you can't talk about politics or something stupid. I'm not going to try even though there's people like that, but I'm just wondering, is it more trustworthy to listen to some random person on YouTube? I don't care if they're same as a big YouTuber, they're still a random person, no education to get where they're, or the job they do, or just someone that has a life to get married and wants to tell you about a movie. Who would you trust more? I'm just wondering that. I already know what the answer should be. Because, this is the thing, man. I call a couple of people idiots, that did angry reviews talking about Dune Part 2, which I have not seen. I'm not going to go see until I can fast forward through it through Max or something. And how do you say that? And they're angry and they're talking about how, man, I can't believe all these people saying this movie's good and all that, blah, blah, blah. And I wish I would have brought up my comment, that I left them so I can make sure I say this right. But, I left a couple of people these comments. I was because they're calling these people idiots for liking Doom 2. And I said, honestly, dude, you're the only idiot here because you trusted it, because no one's calling this movie in the real world good. I haven't heard anyone talk about this movie. And so it means that you got all your information from a whole bunch of single dudes on social media. So it's just like, and there was another example. I just can't remember what it was, but it just seems like, is all your information come from what you get from social media than the real world. There are definitely people on YouTube, and it's a lot of them, that's why it's a bunch of single dudes, is doing that. But, so I'm not like, acting like, I'm wondering is that true? No, there are people like that. But just anyone randomly just watch this video, I'm just like, to me, what I also see is a lot of YouTubers when they get rich, because it's not really an educated, job to do. You just, say whatever and you become a big YouTuber. You don't, who knows? And the ones that become rich, you ever not understand that they get a lot of divorces, scandals, drug addiction. They're not really intelligent what they do with their life. A lot of them, there's not, no one would ever see you serious and say like, like a date, like, if I had a, daughter or something, she dates some guy, and he say he's a YouTuber, I'd be like, what the F, but the thing is, and if I find out he's making millions, I'll still be like, okay, then now maybe you're a little bit acceptable, but I'm not gonna put you on the smart level, but you're acceptable to make sure that where my girl doesn't end up with a guy that just is a complete screw up, but you don't reach the level of educated at all. Like I said, you don't have to go to college. I wouldn't be that kind of dad, like, you gotta go to college and all that. No. No. But I'm just saying is it's not any education to or means any, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, for you, does it mean like, people who do movie reviews should know more than someone that, let's say, coaches at a basketball game? Like, they should know more about movies since they randomly made a YouTube channel, became big or not, who cares? Their talk much more valuable than a basketball coach that's married, blah blah. That's like I said, it's just I don't know what else to say about that. I'm just like curious by that, but I do understand. A lot of YouTubers, when you hear about their lives as, when they're done with YouTube, they end up homeless, they're screwing up, they're not educated, they're not smart, I'm not saying every one of them is dumb, but, it's, I don't know. I wanted to bring up like homeless people. People talking about, oh, well, why are we getting money? Why don't we give money to homeless people? It's like, people, when a person's homeless, it means they're not really there. They didn't get there by being smart or intelligent. Most of the time if you're homeless, they have a mental illness. They need to take medication. That's what happened when they invited that guy in their house going smash, smash, smash. He killed someone. Talk about the guy forced his penis in his mouth. But he had so many stories of someone forcing a penis in his mouth. They're homeless for a reason. You give them millions and millions of dollars instead of Ukraine. You know what they're going to do with that money? What a lot of these YouTubers do. Get addicted to drugs or something stupid. Divorces. Want money from whoever's the biggest YouTuber out. I don't know. It was something about some girl. What's her name? What's her name? Wolf something? Was it her the one that got divorced and then he was like trying to go for her money? And I was sitting like, how the hell did she end up with someone ugly as him? Is this kind of like the weirdest relationship I've ever seen? Because this guy was like really trashy. We hear how they got together. You were like, I knew she was dumb, but knowing that he got you by saying somehow he wished he could slide his penis in the glass, it's just like they're not educated people. No, but hey, if you think you're educated, look at your life. Because the people that will argue towards that, what I have seen on YouTube, yeah, peace, I gotta go. I'm just wondering that. Because I've been seeing like, the ones that are mad about the Doom 2, talking about, man, I can't believe this movie's hyped up, people calling this movie's great. Who? A bunch of single guys on YouTube? because I have not really heard this movie was great. Because I didn't look at the people that are typical that hype these movies up. And, you know, and one more before I go, you know, and the thing is, there's always these like big red lights, you know, or, you know, just gives me a heads up not to click someone. I said I don't click people that go, yeah! Or the typical thing is, when a movie's supposed to be hyped up by people hanging around color on YouTube, you get these people that are saying, the movie's great, but I have some problems with it. You'll get titles like that or like Doom 2, Doom 1, The Batman, The Joker, Oppenheimer. The movie's great, but I have some problems with it. And then you get the smaller people talking about how the movie's boring and sucks. For all those movies. It's the same pattern I've seen over and over again. But the other one is I'll see like there's like things I just know not to click, but there are idiots that will click this. They like, you know, these losers who are doing these videos and be like, on Hinge, dislike reviews for Doom 2. And on the screen, and I recently saw that. I didn't click that crap because it says on Hinge, and then they'll show like certain things that says, oh, I didn't like this movie. Yeah, that's on Hinge. People that are angry because you don't like the Batman or Oppenheimer, they're not there. I talk about that Shin talk about. Mad because that girl doesn't like Snow White the cartoon. People. It's not normal. But yeah, hey, and they want to like think, oh, this is normal. This is how people talk in the real world because their prejudice stopped them from accepting how the world really works. They only know one side, but when they get out in the real world, they be like, man, this is woke. And somebody be like, so what does that mean? Oh, and then they can't define it, and they'll talk about some skin color, and then they'll get knocked the F out. But they're already showing to be too much of a loser where they won't get to that point. But I'm just saying that they're not there. You're getting your advice, getting angry about something that you heard off of social media. I knew better. I have not actually really heard really many things about Doom 2 because I knew not to click certain people. Check out these on Hinge reviews for Doom 2. Oh, I didn't like the movie. Oh, it's on Hinge. You see that? That's crazy. Get the hell out of here. Peace.